Dumelang Bo Baby, welcome to All Things. My name's Rebuila. If you're new, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you're regular, schmegular, don't be shocked. Something is happening and I love it. I like it a lot. Okay, in this week's video, it's going to be another vlog. I don't know how long it'll be or what I'm going to take you through, but it's going to be as organic and as unplanned and as scripted as possible. So just roll with me. It's a pretty day outside, so I actually want to just quickly go buy some mini groceries for the week. And then you'll just see me just like edit some content, the vlog that you would have seen last week. I'm trying to understand the timeline, Shandies. My nail broke. I'm sicker than a dog wired. But anyway, so now don't mind the eye bags. It's my weekend. I'm resting. Also, they're designer piece. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm gonna go for a quick stroll just to go get some mini groceries, and then I'll just take you through my life. Welcome. Hey. But just before I hit the streets, like, I mean, look at this. Come on. And I feel like if I just lean forward and tilt my head, shame, no, you can't see, but like that's the beginning over there. That's the beginning of Table Mountain and everything. But anyway, there's the harbor, Shein and stuff coming out. Don't worry, I'm on Shein patrol. So yeah, I just quickly wanted to show you today's such a pretty day. So I just got back, but can we talk about the street harassment? The catcalling is making me sick. Guys, hey, so I just got back from the shops, right? And I don't know if like it's me or what the hell is happening, but the catcalling and the harassment and the verbal abuse that gets hurled at you when you are walking on the streets of Cape Town is upsetting. Like, literally yesterday, I went for a walk, an ice cream and stroll thing. I'm sure you've seen the reel at this point. And literally at one point, I'm walking past this like Asian food-esque restaurant, my friend. And we see that, oh no, it's an empty place and there's a cashier lady by the counter and there's a dude sitting down eating. So we walk past. And then as we're about to turn the corner, he screams to a point where we can catch, like by the side of the eye, that the cashier, like she freaked out. Like she was like, what the hell? And he was screaming at me. He was like, you with the legs, come over here right now. So I turned around and I'm like, no, leave me alone. Because he is screaming. I'm also wilding. And then, so we walk a couple steps forward. Does this man not get up from the meal that he was eating to stand by the door of the shop just to shout at me and say, hey, you think you're better than me? I can sort you out right now. Do you understand the violence in that? Unprovoked. I'm wearing, you saw what I was wearing. It's like a blue dress. I'll put a picture. But that's what I'm wearing, minding my own business. And in fact, I hate the fact that I have to justify like what I'm wearing, why it warrants this. Why are you shouting at people while eating? Can you not focus on the meal that is in front of you and eat? This man literally threatened me with violence. I will sort you out. I'm sick. And literally just this like 50-meter odd walk, I got whistled at, I got called at. I had a woman from across the side of the road scream at me and tell me that she wanted me to come to her right now. I'm like, they fuck you. Guys, I'm so sorry. This is unsettling. It's really just unsettling. And like, I don't know. In the comment box below, please tell me if this is like how things are in Cape Town. Like, I'm obviously trying to come to grips with the fact that this is the place that I'm at and I'm living, but it's just upsetting. And it's so hot right now. just from the harassment that I experienced yesterday, I have this like subconscious point to just like not wear any dresses whatsoever. It doesn't matter the length, just any dress. I'm just not gonna wear it if I'm gonna be walking. And it's so disheartening because the distance between my place and my office is like, it's literally a base fee Uber ride, and I take that not only for the harassment but for the fact that it's just not safe. Like, you feel uncomfortable, and that is really not, it's not sitting well with my soul. Like, I actually really just don't like that. And like, I'm wearing this cami top, right? And I'm wearing these black ass Velcro ass schwachen pants in this heat. Do you understand, in this heat, like what that means? And I put myself through this just in the hopes that like I won't get harassed. I'm wearing a full face mask. You cannot even see my eyeballs. The only thing you can see is the length of my hair. Make it make sense. This is the plague. This is the problem. This is just, I just honestly, it's defeated me. I won't even lie. It's defeated my little heart and soul. So yeah. I mean, it's such a beautiful day outside. I'm going to try and show you guys as many like shots as possible of how the day is looking. But child, I just got so put off by what I experienced. It's actually upsetting. It's such a pretty day. Like, this mountain, it's fascinating to look at, I must say.
Hey, so it's Monday afternoon. I just got home from work. Honestly, there's nothing really eventful about my get morning routine. I just made oats, had coffee, updated my caption for my latest YouTube upload. So I'll plug that on the screen somewhere. But right now I'm tired. I've just unbuttoned my pants. Like, I just want freedom right now. But yeah, I put my hair up in a bun because I had it down. It was giving. I was tired of tying it up. So now I'm probably gonna make popcorn, tea, coffee. Like, I don't know, have coffee with rusks. Like, I don't know. I just know I want to be having something just for me. Relocating is not cute. Also, I just feel like, guys, please don't ask me about apartment tour, videos, furniture shopping. Hey, relocating is not for the faint of heart, and those who are able to generate it as means of content, I respect, I admire. But that's just not me. That's just not me. Like, in the midst of the stuff that I do at my work, you'll see my place, but like, don't ask for an apartment tour. I beg and I plead of you, because that one is just not happening, please. Anyway, I have no wiles to offer today. I'm rather calm. It was a quiet day for me today. Even my boss was like, why are you quiet? Which is concerning for me because I don't talk that much. And I know, like, friends, y'all may be like, she doesn't talk that much. No, but really, I don't talk a lot. Like, I do work when I'm working. So I just was just chilling. It's my mom's birthday today. I'm really gutted that I can't spend the day with her. Maybe that's why I'm a bit withdrawn. Whether I intend to or not, I'm a bit withdrawn in that regard. But I miss her tremendously. And especially her birthdays. Like, people suck when it comes to birthdays. And I always want to make it a point to at least you must feel special and remembered. So I'm kind of sad that I can't be that for my mom right now. And it's quite a milestone birthday. But I do intend on making it special. So when I can. But I will do that. But yeah, just got home, ain't nothing fancy. I'm just gonna watch The Office, and it's like my 8th watch. I also wanted to ask you guys, is there a show that you watch like an insane amount of times? Because for me, there are 2 shows. It's How I Met Your Mother and The Office. And those 2 shows are white as hell and ain't nothing, okay, I won't lie, I was about to say ain't nothing special. I'm lying through my teeth. How I Met Your Mother gave us Barney Stinson, and also The Office. Need I say more? But I'm really so geeked out. I just saw Twilight was available on Netflix. You know what I'm doing this week, and those are my crazy weekend plans. So excited. I'm a bit disengaged right now. Like I'm just like indifferent about everything. I'm like whatever. I think I'm starting to feel the absence of the people I generally have access to, like easier access to, and it's like bumming me out, if we're gonna be honest, if we're speaking our truth. So yeah. My lips. It's because Zambak doesn't want to call me, guys. Get Zambak to call me. Good morning. So today I'm actually working from home. I'm not in the office today. Generally because of like the COVID regulations, we're encouraged to come at least twice a week into the office, and because it was my first week, I just made a commitment to go in every day. But now I think I'm getting handle of things, and also I'm gonna keep it a buck, just like always going into office sometimes when you haven't figured out your own routine can throw you out of whack, and that's what I was experiencing. So I'm just gonna work at home today, try and figure out how to get into a set routine, sort out my admin, my back end admin. You know, the thing about relocating is that firstly you move, right? And then you get settled in. And then once you're settled, you realize you don't have a set routine. And there's nothing more frustrating than not having a routine, because you just feel out of whack. Last night was such a terrible night for me because I was up until 3 a.m. I even made popcorn at some point. I was watching The Office. I was just going through it. Like emotionally, I was just feeling out of whack, and I think I was like, I'm over it. So today I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? I just want to make sure that I work from home today. I want to sort out my life and then also just feel like I'm at home. I think another thing that feels very weird about where I live right now is just the fact that I live in Cape Town. I don't know if it's something that people have experienced when they move towns. It doesn't even matter if it's like provinces, like even if you move among towns, like it's so weird to feel like this is your new environment. So for me, like the past week and a half, I just would wake up, shower, maybe eat breakfast, if not pack breakfast to go, and then go to the office, and then after a very long day I come back home, sleep, make dinner, sleep. And that was what I was doing, like, you know, perpetually, and it was just feeling out of whack. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it was just feeling weird. So then I was like, okay, no, I need to kind of feel like this is where I live, this is my space, this is my home, even though like I still feel like I want to move, but we'll talk about that at a different time. For now, I'm just happy that I'm as close as possible to work and that I have a no-brainer move-in kind of situation, fully furnished, no stress. It's a studio apartment, but you know, I was just like, ugh. Honestly, this isn't feeling like I live here, this is my space. So I think just taking today to work at home and get into the swing of things, establish like my at-home routine, my processes, I think it'll help, but I'm not sure. But we'll see how that goes. Hey guys, so I am about to make, let me get a break. I am about to make mac and cheese. I just feel like making it now. And yeah, I'm not in the mood for meat. Those days we just like not in the mood for meat. That's me. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. What's up? I hope you're good. I'm just going through some things. My little heart is sad. Like, my nails broke. It was just rough. So what had happened was, I don't know if you can see my eyeballs. So I was sleeping and I have a bed, right, that's got like a base that has like built-in drawers at the bottom of them, right? And so it's like a all round, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but basically what happened was that my phone fell in between where the base was in the wall, because I want to have a little bit of space for, you know, when I'm making my bed so I can tuck in things and it's nice. My phone fell. This thing is more so heavy, hey? So I was pulling, thinking I had the pads of my fingers latched properly on the place where I was pulling. Kind of, my nails took a knocking because I think the first jolt of like momentum wasn't right. Yeah. So anyway, broke my nails, excruciatingly painful. Like, I was like, fuck it. First it was this one that broke that I thought I could hold fast until, you know, I buy acetone. But now all of this, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to do, what's it, that dishwashing liquid and water routine, because what? I'm sick. Yeah, because this is not. I'm here because I got a super delivery and I'm really excited. So it's just like, since moving to Joburg, I have run out of clothes. That's it. I'm still gonna go home and fetch some more of my clothes because I packed a lot of loungewear and like into the night clothes, but not into the office clothes. So not a lot of it anyway. So I just thought, let me just get a couple of items that I want to wear that I can also just kind of like transfer into like my day-to-day wear. I'm not someone that's particularly fussed about work clothes and home clothes because I work in an environment that's really casual, smart casual. So that's generally my dressing style unless I'm going to a set place as a theme or as an occasion. So I was like, you know what, let me get, you know, our true and trusted Mont Super to try them on. Yeah, so there's some, I also got some other things because I tweeted a while back that I wanted to try the skincare range. Like I wanted to try the Scarlet Heal and the OK, because it's Korean inspired skincare. So I thought, let me just start off with a teaser. Start ganglani. What is this, honey? A brush. Oh, I bought a body brush from Scarlet Heal. It retails for $59.99. Oh, I'm gonna try and keep the crusty dusties away from you. So I'm covering my face with focuses. So this is what the brush looks like. Okay. Here's my receipt. Yeah. So everyone and their mama has been talking about blue lights and how even my glasses are geared towards like, you know, curbing blue lights, and how the blue light rays can like, you know, trigger premature aging in the skin. I want to read up more on it. So in my reel, maybe I'll do like a voiceover where I speak to more like the issues and concerns regarding blue light. But I bought a sheet mask. It's an anti-blue light sheet mask with ginger and antioxidants, which hydrates and supports blue light defense. Oh, the sheet itself is biodegradable and plant-based. So this comes from the OK range. This is what it looks like. I'm really excited to try. Guys, do you know that at my big age and at my bigness, as well, not a bigness, in future, by God, I have never put on a sheet mask in my entire life. I always do clay-based masks. Like, do you know that? So I was like, okay, let me try. Because when a blue light has been deving me here, because at my office we have like, we're quite high, right? So we're in a skyscraper, so to speak, and my like department is at the top floor, and the windows, it's like this open industrial vibe, whatever. And the light gave me a headache. I was hungover. It was tension behind the eyes. I also have eyesight like issues. Like my eyesight isn't the greatest. I've got astigmatism. I'm learning all these things. And so it was really painful in the first few days. Like at first I thought maybe it was fatigue, it was stress, it was anxiety. Then I was like, man, something has to give. Why am I in all of this pain? You know what I'm saying? So the anti-blue light sheet mask is something I'm curious to try, and so I'll give you like more of my thoughts and just also introduce you to sheet masks. Just because I don't like necessarily wear them doesn't mean that there's something wrong with them or I don't identify with them. It's just I always had a bottle that had an unending supply, well, for me, of a face mask. And then I also, you know, had brands that I work with send me some of their masks. So sheet masks, which isn't something I got into, and I really love K-beauty, its principles and what it preaches. Quite a couple of things, because I also want to style them with my current wardrobe. But if everyone and their mama has this shoe at this point, and I thought, you know what, it creates like movement and elevation to an outfit. So I thought, you know what, let me actually get them. So it's these like little, like, you know, these are office friendly cocks, but I'm definitely going for those green and those green ones, the ones that are green like this, because I bought the black color version of the sharp toe cross. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Is that I bought these ones, right? I bought the black version of these ones with like this back heel. They're very comfortable. I don't know if Mr. Price saw that, like, I think it was a TikTok or that video of that girl who's like, listen, Mr. Price heels are beautiful. They're painful. So I bought the black version of these ones because I just feel like, you know, I'm trying to build like my young adult wardrobe now, and I want to just like play it safe but play around with like the texture of things. So like the colors are going to be very much neutral base, easy to mix, and once I've established like, you know, the fundamentals and the core of my wardrobe, I'll play around in terms of colors and stuff like that. But I definitely want to go for the green slide-in ones of just kind of like this project edit. But I really love these guys. They're so strange. So anyway, I am a size 4. I'm a UK size 4, and I did just encourage, I like square toes. Square toes make sense. This sharp toe stuff, like, it has its moments. So child, I'm taking it far. Ring a ling ding ding, Mr. Price, don't you wanna work with me? Hey, you. Oh, new and improved, designed with better padding to give you that extra comfort. So they definitely saw that video from that girl. I don't know if you can see. And this shoe retails for $159.99. So am I gonna do a try on haul? Child, this is my lunch break that I'm doing this for because it literally just arrived. Then I got a couple of items. Oh, the material of this boiler suit. Yes, I thought, oh, it's got pockets. Okay, everybody, hold up. I'm a size 30, which is a UK 6, which is an extra small. So that's me. It's a boiler suit that I like. You know, you can also play with like textures. I can put on a like a sleeveless you know, jumper over it to play with the textures. It's long sleeve, but it's a very breathable material. It's top, it's very light. It's giving, you know, office cutie that I can layer up. I realize I don't have colors, but also don't want to take it far. So the muted orange is really cute. Maybe it's a color in a tobacco. So I got super small because that's how Mr. Price does their pack sizing. This is from their Oak Ridge range, which is $89.99. The next product is the one, oh, the next item is the one that I was most looking forward to for being on it. It's this Henley tunic, as they call it. It's got this really cool pattern that I'm vibing. Okay, this material, guys, I honestly thought I was getting like cotton polyester blend material. So I'm pleasantly surprised that that is not the case. Wow. So it's a Henley tunic. So I think this would also really pair well with this shoe. Do you get what I'm saying? Going to the office, I have no stress, skin popping. So you can, and they call this color tan. Locally made in South Africa. Locally made in South Africa. Locally made in South Africa. I am pushing the support local agenda with such passion. So check out my Instagram too. But these are items. I'm gonna style this one with the skirt. I'm not gonna like do the whole accessorized shandies, but I'm just gonna try them on so you can see what it looks like. And my thinking behind is like this cute, updated, corporate chic, corporate stallion. Seat I'm trying to be, you know what I'm saying? It's not that. Okay, I'm talking nonsense. This is an oversized t-shirt. Oh, Mr. Price. I'm wearing cycling shorts. Oh, Mr. Price. I'm wearing socks from this stuff. Oh, nice. I just am ready for the bag. But also Mr. Price is giving the everyday girlies, the build-up startup honeys. Like, remember Mr. Price used to have those bold unnecessary fonts. Oh, good time. Anyway, Ultra Sports Bra. Let's me get changed so you can see what they look like on me. And then I'll give you a rundown of my opinion and how it feels and everything. Cool. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm wearing a sports bra, so
everything's very much compact, but I definitely wear like a bit of a push-up bra just to bring that like definition. I've got wide hips, so I like the way it frames my body. Pockets are loose. It's got a very free-flowing vibe. Personally, with the shoes, I'm not feeling it, but I would definitely pair it with like my Air Force Ones sneakers, just because it's an everyday vibe. It's cool, it's loose fitting, so yeah. Alright, so this is the Henley tunic, the item I was most excited for. I really like it, very breathable. Yeah, I think size down as a general note. If you want to create definition, you can definitely like just cinch it in with a belt if that's what you're up for, or you can just let it like. Okay, so this is that orange top I had on, and I've styled it like this roughly just so that you can see the feel and the fit, something, you know, a little bit more tucked in and structured. I really like this. It's giving summery, it's giving cute. Hey y'all, so today is Saturday and it's been a pretty eventful but super chilled Saturday. I deep cleaned my apartment, got some laundry done, listened to Adele's album for like the 15,000th time. Honestly, whatever the stats are for her first week of dropping, you know, the album, trust and believe you me, I'm definitely the one pushing those numbers. Honestly, some people love Adele, some people hate her. Honestly, you can't knock her. Say what you want to say. Put Beyonce's mouth out of your name trying to compare the two titans. But just, you know, I've been having such a blast listening to her album. At a first listen, like, I just heard like a different interpretation of like her sound. Like, she's playing around with production elements. I'm obviously not like a music like geek and I can't speak on a technical level, but I just heard like her playing more confidently into genres. Other times I felt like it was a very subtle edge where she would play with country sounds and like obviously her classic ballads, but this time there was such a a variety in sounds and genres that, you know, you could see she was tapping into. I really wonder if there's a James Blake credit somewhere in terms of like the album, because there's just so many elements, or maybe someone in James Blake team, I don't know, but there was a sound that I heard and I was like, ooh, this is giving James Blake, and I love it. I really love it. It just reminds me of James Blake's recent album where there was just like a complexity in sound, and I really enjoyed it. Personally, I'm an Adele stan. But anyway, so after I cleaned, I stuffed my face and I took the nap, and the nap was just so perfect. Oh my gosh. So then after that, I woke up and then I had I made popcorn, and then I was like, okay, but like, what am I gonna do now? So I love watching action movies. Action movies and rom-coms and autobiographies, biopic, whatever. Those are my favorite genres. Like, love them. And in that ranking order, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like, the word's tasty. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I've decided to watch the Bourne. What's the word of the trilogy? Qualogy? I know qualogy doesn't sound like a real word, but anyway, that's what I've decided to do. I'm watching that now. I just finished Bourne Identity. Yeah, Bourne Identity. And like the song, like at the end of the movie, started playing like that. Ding, 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 ding. So I was like, oh man, I love it. I'm someone who watches things that they've watched before, like a couple of times. I think it speaks to anxiety. I don't know what's the science behind that, but like there's a chart behind that. So anyway, that's basically my Saturday. My week wasn't that eventful. I had some things that stood out for me, but I'm really having a chilled week. Like I said, leading up to my birthday, I do want to slow things down, not take them far. I'm still quite undecided of what I'm going to do exactly for my birthday, but I do know that I want an element of just like self-care, self-love, very, you know, directly expressed. I think by going to a spa or getting my nails and hair. Okay, well, I'm not gonna get my hair done. My braids are fresh. Maybe, I don't know. I definitely am leaning towards going to a spa. So that's just something I've been thinking about doing. And yeah, that's pretty much basically me.